welcome and good evening. We are bringing you commentary of Portugal against Israel today in an international friendly prior to the start of the European Championships, which was delayed from last year. I'm your alternative host, Russ Vernon, alongside your alternative commentator, Mike Harniman, and you are listening to the Commentary Hub. Welcome to listeners for the very first time over on JB Sports. Hopefully you all enjoy this brilliant commentary led to you by the wonderful Mike Harniman and Wolfetch. My king now ready as we get ready for kickoff. Kickoff is approaching, fast approaching, and with all the team news and the first half action of Portugal against Israel in this international friendly is over to your match commentator, Mr. Mike Harniman.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome along to the Commentary Hub, as Russ mentioned as well. Welcome along to listeners on JB Sports as well. Great to be working alongside you for the upcoming Euros. And we've got the holders in their final pre-season, sorry, not pre-season, pre-tournament friendly now, I should say, up against Israel as well for this friendly game that we're going to be bringing you tonight. And just shaking hands now. You can see Cristiano Ronaldo there, the Portuguese captain, and the Israel captain, which is Nacho as well, I believe. Sorry, Nacho, I should say, who's the captain for them. So let's go through the lineup now. And we'll start off with the Israel side. In goal is Marciano. And the back line consists of Dalzar, Tibi, Degani, and Arad. The midfield is Nacho, who is the captain, Lavi, Menachem, also Kinder, Solomon, and Zahavi, which make up the full 11, with the Portugal side looking like this. Rui Silva in goal, João Cancelo of Manchester City playing a right back, with fellow teammate Ruben Diaz alongside Pep as well. And then Mendes on the left. And we've got Wolves' Ruben Neves, who's been linked with a move to Arsenal. Then we've got Carvalho, Bruno Fernandes, and he's completing the midfield with the front three of Bernardo Silva of Man City, Cristiano Ronaldo, once of Manchester United, now of Juventus, and Diogo Jota, once of Wolves, now of Liverpool. And we've got the two substitutes as the game is just about to get underway as well, which looks like Portugal are going to be the side to kick off, and it is indeed. It's just with the midfield now, actually it's with the defender on the left-hand side now with Mendes, in it goes to Ruben Diaz and Pep, and then on to João Cancelo as well. And Portugal are just playing it around at the back in the opening 15 or so seconds of this game. As we'll run you through the substitutes as well. Israel's bench is, in fact, hold on a sec, it's Cristiano Ronaldo's in here already. Going to try and have a shot at goal. Cristiano Ronaldo, and it's straight down the nose of the goalkeeper there, Marciano, who was comfortably able to claim that one. And bright start there from Portugal. You know, we've had 40 seconds there, and Ronaldo's already had his first sniff. And a little bit more power there. That would have really tested the Israel goalkeeper there. I'll run you through the subs as well now. It's Nitzan, Bartaxa, Florian Zagari, Abada, Maleda, Dahan, Fani, Kalela, Hannah, Davizada, and Clayman for Israel. As for Portugal, it's Rui Patricio, Semedo, Gianmartino, Silva, Andre Silva, that is Pereira, Silva, Renato Sanchez, Gonzalo Guedes. Also, there's another chance here now. Ronaldo is in again. Ronaldo has hit the post that time. I think he might have been just offside as well. And Cristiano Ronaldo has been in the thick of things there. That was a through ball from, I think it was the left back, in fact, Mendes, who found Ronaldo there. And he is offside, but, you know, he was hit the post anyway. Carrying on the bench there for Portugal, Sanchez, Gonzalo Guedes, Pedro Gonçalves, Sergio Oliveira, and João Palina, with, of course, Fernando Sanchez, the manager, and Willibad Rattensteiner for the Israel managerial side of things, as Portugal have it in midfield now with a through ball towards Bernardo Silva, and the goalkeeper there, Marciano's come out and claimed it and was able to stay in his box as well, and he's done very, very well and just bowled it out to, I think that was Tibby, and then he's got it back now from Dazu as well. I think one of the midfielders was in there. It's in fact, it's Degani, sorry, who's on possession right now. He's got it back as well. He's going to play it out. In fact, it's given away. Portugal have intercepted now with with Carvalho. Here's Silva now. It's just been played around the defence. Here's Ruben Diaz out to the left side to Mendes, and Mendes plays it back to Pep. Then he gets it back as well. He's going to just, in fact, it was Carvalho at that time, and he gets it back from Bruno Fernandes, I think it was, and it's now towards Bernardo Silva, and it's good defending there from the Portugal back line, and out it goes to Pep, and in fact, just plays a simple ball there, and it's now just Israel in possession with their midfield man of Nacho, the captain as well, just in possession now, and it's now out to the left-hand side. I think it's just been a foul there on the number 12, which is Menachem by João Cancelo. And Israel got their first free kick in a dangerous area. And in fact, they've done nothing with it until it's completely weighted. Here's Ronaldo now. Here's Bruno as well, Bruno Fernandes. They're trying to feed Ronaldo, is he? No, he's not. He goes to the opposite flank, and it's gone out of play there. He was looking for Diogo Jota, and the Liverpool man wasn't quick enough to get on the end of that one. So far, coming up to about 4 minutes on the clock, it's Portugal 0, Israel 0. Of course, Portugal in action again next week as well for the opening of the tournament, where they're going to be hoping to defend the crown that they won last time out. And they've got a very difficult group as well, which we'll get onto in a second. They've just got an attack there as well, which was actually closed down very well by Arad. And Portugal's group, they've got to compete with the likes of France and also Germany in there as well, with Hungary making up the four. So it's a very difficult group for Portugal to get out of. But of course, they are a lot of people's favourites to go on and retain their title that they won last time out as well. Although, as I mentioned, there are some real top draw quality opposition they're going to be coming up against. Here's Bruno Fernandes now. Back he goes to Ruben Diaz, on to Pep again, and then on to Cancelo. It's now with Bernardo Silva. It's just Ruben Diaz on to Mendes now, sorry. Into Carvalho. Now it is Bernardo Silva now. Is he going for the give and go, and he's not able to get on the end of that one. The ball's trickled out of play, and it's about 5.5 minutes, and they're just showing Israel as well. Israel themselves, of course, in fact, it's gone behind for a corner there. Israel themselves are in fairly decent form, actually, coming into this friendly. They last couple of games, they've beaten Montenegro, they've also beaten Moldova as well, drawn with Scotland, lost to Denmark, and also beaten Scotland as well in their last 5 results. So one defeat from their last 5 is a very good return for Israel. As that ball there was just whipped over Cristiano Ronaldo and out of play, and Portugal are, themselves in decent form, where they drew with Spain last time out in the friendly just a couple of days ago. Then they also beat Luxembourg, drew with Serbia, beat Azerbaijan, and also beat Croatia as well. Some of them being in the World Cup qualifiers, and some of those also being in the Nations League as well. So both sides are in fairly decent form, really, as Portugal and Pep are in possession right now. It's now back with Ruben Diaz, and now back to the goalkeeper, who is Rui Silva. And it goes just short there to Ruben Diaz. Here is Carvalho now. Gives the ball out to Ruben Diaz. To Pep this time, sorry. He switches the play. Good ball over to the left-hand side onto Mendes, and then in it goes to Ruben Diaz now. Onto Mendes via Carvalho, and Carvalho gets it back onto Diaz now, and then onto Pep again as well. And just being knocked around by Portugal. Portugal wearing their normal red shirts and green shorts and red socks, whereas Israel are wearing the white shirts, blue shorts, and white socks. And they're in possession now. They just closed that one down very well as well. And that was good defending there by, I think that was actually Ruben Neves. It was indeed the Wolves man. Done very well there to block off Zahavi. And it's free ball towards Ronaldo. Ronaldo, is he able to keep it in? No, he's not. In fact, he fouled his man as well there. And it's a free kick. He fouled the number 21, Tibi, the centre half there. And yeah, for me, he's pulled him back there. So that's, the officials have got that all right as well. And the officials, I will mention them now, who we've got officiating today as well. If you give me just a moment or two, but because obviously Portugal are in possession. On it goes now from Bruno Fernandes, gets it back as well. Onto Carvalho, trying to find Bernardo Silva down. It's well defended by Portugal, by Israel, I should say. We've stopped the counter attack. It's now gone out of play for a throw in here in favour of the Israelis. This has been taken there by the number 13, Arad. He's got it back now as well from the midfielder, Lavi. He's just dispossessed. And it's Bernardo Silva going on a run here now. What's he going to be able to do? Is he going to be able to find his man? Yes, he is. He's found. That was Cancelo, I think it was. No, in fact, it wasn't. It was Diogo Jota, who's just taken a touch there and then ballooned it into the crowd, into the stand behind the goal. And not troubling the goalkeeper, Marciano, there one bit. But if he took an extra touch there and kept his shot down low, then that would have been a real moment of opportunity for Portugal there, who have had certainly their best of the opening 10 minutes or so in this pre-tournament friendly. It's now with Israel, and it's given away, in fact, by the number 17, Kinder. He's just holding his muscle there as well, but it seems all right. It seems fine to carry on. No ill effects of that. It's now with Ruben Diaz and on to Pep again. He's going to just knock it out to Cancelo, and then Cancelo is going to switch the play into Ruben Diaz onto the left side to Mendes, into Carvalho. Ronaldo has been closed down, marshalled really tightly there by the Israeli side. They know who the danger man is that they've got to watch out for in this game. Of course, you're listening to the commentary hub as well. We've got the vast majority of the Euros coming up on this channel, with plenty of fantastic commentators as well, starting on Friday for the main one, where, of course, Turkey host Italy in the opening game. Now with the number 14 for Portugal, which is Carvalho. On to Mendes, back to Carvalho again. And Diogo Jota gives it back to Carvalho now. On to Pep. And it's now with Bernardo Silva. Has to go back to his Manchester City teammate there, Ruben Diaz. I should say, right, who's in possession now? It's now with Israel. The number 7 in possession now is Zahavi. Goes out to the flank now. I think he's using Menachem as well, and just trying to see who that is in possession now. Towards the number 2, Daza, who couldn't keep it in play. And of course, out of play for a Portugal throw, which Mendes is over. Coming up for 12 minutes on the clock. Portugal 0, Israel 0. For anyone that's just joining us, very good evening and welcome to you all as well. Whether you're listening on my channel, Russ's channel or JB's channel as well. Hopefully everyone is enjoying the match so far. Now back with Marciano, the Israel goalkeeper. Out he goes to the left side, Arad in possession. Knocks it back into Tigani, onto Tibi. Going to look up and try and play it down the line. It's well defended there by João Cancelo, I think that was. It's now Israel's good battle in midfield. It's now with the number 2, Daza again. And that was well closed down. Portugal are trying to close down Israel and not give him any space and any time on the ball. Now with the number 13, Arad, the left back, whips it in, but it's easily claimed by Silva. Rui Silva comes out and just bowls it out there to Carvalho. And then it's now with Ruben Diaz, who gets it from Pep as well. Just both sides quite content as things are at the moment. No rush or anything like that. They're just trying to play the ball nice and simply and just keep the possession, Portugal, at the moment. As Diego Jota just knocks it back to Mendes. It goes back to Ruben Diaz. Gets it back as well, Ruben Diaz now from the Manchester United man Bruno Fernandes. Here's Pep. Ronaldo gets it back now. Cristiano Ronaldo. Of course, everyone knows what Cristiano Ronaldo can do, and the Israel defence were forced to foul him there as well. The left back Arad. Then the free kick has come to nothing, and it's gone out of play for a Portugal throw-in. But that's what Cristiano Ronaldo can do. He's had moments already in this game. His Cancelo now whips in. Oh, and that was Diego Jota, who's had a couple of moments as well. And that time he out-jumped his man, one of the smallest men on the pitch as well, if not the smallest man on the pitch. Out-jumped the defender there, and he couldn't quite direct his header on goal. And trouble Marciano. But that was good play there from Portugal, and Diego Jota has also been in the thick of things a little bit, as there's been a head injury here now where the ball's just been pelted into the head of one of the midfielders. It was good ball in by João Cancelo as well, trying to find Diego Jota and done well to get ahead of his man and just couldn't quite direct his head on target there. The Liverpool striker. That's 15 minutes in this game. Portugal have had all the attempts so far, 3 attempts on goal, and Israel yet to register an attempt. It's going to be whipped in, is it? Yes, it is. Towards... Oh, what's that? It's a great save by Marciano. I think that was from Bruno Fernandes. It was a fantastic ball, and Marciano there, that was a fantastic save. It's now with Cristiano Ronaldo there. The pressure's still on. Here's Diego Jota. And it's fired wide there by, I think that was Ruben Neves, in fact. It was just fired that one wide there. But from that original shot, let's see this one. That was through ball. It was Bruno Fernandes as well. And Marciano, what a fantastic save that is. The more you see that, the more that looks like that was heading into the back of the net. It's a really, really good save. Down to parry that one behind for a corner. Well, not even a corner, in fact. Carry that one away from danger. It's now with Portugal once again. Not able to find Cristiano Ronaldo though that time, Diego Jota. Certainly thought they would have scored there. Bruno Fernandes. Of course, there's been a number of opportunities for Portugal. They've had, I could probably count 4 opportunities already now, including that one, and they're all very good opportunities as well. You know, Cristiano Ronaldo in the first minute. Also Bruno Fernandes one. Diego Jota's had 2 himself. All of those opportunities are coming to real key players and players that you'd expect to be, you know, putting the ball into the back of the net there. So very good opportunity for Portugal once again. And it's now with the number 25, Nelson Mendes. And they're showing no fear here, Portugal. They're certainly showing that they're ready for this main tournament coming up to defend that title of theirs that they earned a number of years, 5 years ago. But 4 or 5 years ago now. Here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Is he fouled? Referee says no, he wasn't. For me, that looked the most obvious foul there. But they're able to continue now. And Israel have it with, I think that's Solomon who's given it away now, and then he's fouled his man. Going back to the other one, I think he fouled João Cancelo. But going back to that other one there, it certainly looked like Cristiano Ronaldo was fouled for me as well. And then the referee didn't fancy giving anything for that, although that did look like Ronaldo was going to be away. And, not for the first time that Israel defence had to foul him, and this time they got away with it. Here's Bernardo Silva now. Going to play it out to Bruno Fernandes. They just play a short ball into Ruben Neves now. Going to knock it on to Pep. It's going to go out to João Cancelo. Going to get it back as well from Cristiano Ronaldo. A lovely little flick ball. And then João Cancelo tries to find his one of his strikers there in Bernardo Silva. And in fact, it's well defended and then put out of play there. It's good defending by Solomon, who had to drop back there. Normally a striker, and he's done very well in a midfield defensive sense there. Here's Bruno Fernandes now. Looks up. Tries to find Ronaldo, and he's not able to control it. And it's gone all the way through to Marciano again, who is making his 27th appearance, or 27th cap, for his country today. The goalkeeper from Hibs in the Scottish division. It's now with the midfielder, which is the number 17, Kinder. Tries to find his man. In fact, Kinder's got it back again now. Given away. Carvalho tried to find the on-running ball, and that was good defending there by, I think it was Lavi. Anyway, it's now with, in fact, it's the number 6, Nacho, the captain. There's Lavi now, tries to knock it on, but it's given away. It's Cristiano, it's Bruno Fernandes, sorry. Bernardo Silva, now Ronaldo. Ronaldo, tricky feet from the world-class man, and it's well defended as well. From Arad there. He certainly had to, stand tall there and not make any rash decisions, because that would have been a penalty if he got that one wrong. He got it spot on and, was able to do his defensive duties. Here's Bruno Fernandes out to Diogo Jota now. Into Carvalho. William Carvalho. Now it's Neves. William Carvalho again as well. Out he goes to Mendes now. Now it's back with Ruben Neves again. It's Bruno Fernandes. Of course, had a fantastic season with Manchester United as well. Of course, United get into the Europa League final, only beaten by Unai Emery's Villarreal. Unai Emery, the specialist in that competition. As Ronaldo went out with Marciano when the goalkeeper was fouled. But in terms of Bruno Fernandes, has a great season for Manchester United, and I think Ronaldo's having a little moan up here with the referee. But he did back into his man, so that is the right call. Goalkeeper come out and tried to claim it, but he did back into him, and he dropped the ball and actually hit Ronaldo on the head. But Ronaldo's not happy with that one, although I think the call was correct from the referee. But of course, Ronaldo, a fantastic player as well with Juventus. He's been around a little bit with Real Madrid and also Manchester United as well in England. And a lot of these Portuguese players are either playing in England or have played in England in the past. If you include the subs in there as well. Certainly a large portion of their starting 11 too. Here's Pep now. He's got into midfield there. It's now Ruben Neves onto William Carvalho. Onto Mendes. So Diogo Jota, what's he going to do here? It's well defended. And he's going to keep the ball in play here as well, is he? Yes, he is. And he's forced to go backwards to William Carvalho again. He's forced to go back to Ruben Diaz. Onto Ruben Neves now. Being closed down. He's had to go all the way back to his goalkeeper, Rui Silva, as well. And then on to Pep. Of course, Ruben Neves, another one as well, that everybody in England should be familiar with. Of course, played his trade at Wolves for a number of years and is now being linked with a move away from the side that were formerly managed by Nuno Sanchez, but have now named their new manager as well, another Portuguese man again. And he's been linked with a move to Arsenal, in fact, is Ruben Neves at this current moment in time. And Arad is currently down now. But they're just having a look here at Diogo Jota, and one of the chances that he had not too long ago. Just having a slight look here. Cristiano Ronaldo's going to... Yeah, they're showing us Ronaldo one once again. That's a great block as well from the defender Arad, and that's exactly how he got injured there. Although he is up to his feet, and the physio didn't even need to come on, so it's okay for them to continue. And it's gone behind for a Portugal throw-in now. We're just over halfway through the first half. And it's still remaining goalless. Portugal 0, Israel 0 in this international friendly. What I will say about this as well is it doesn't look like there's no crowd in attendance. There's look like this is being played completely behind closed doors in this one. Here's Bernardo Silva now. William Carvalho, his good defender in that time. That was, I think that was that Lavi or Nacho? Couldn't quite see, but in fact, no, it wasn't. It was the man that dropped back, Kinder. It's been everywhere. The Israel number 17. This claimed there by Marciano, but Kinder is only making what looks to be his second appearance for his country, and so far the Sporting Kansas City man certainly looking very bright for the Israelis, and you certainly can see why they've called him up to their national side as well. Certainly getting around and showing no fear. The man in possession once again now, he's just won the throw-in. Looking very lively. One of a couple of players actually that play their trades in America with Sporting Kansas City there, and I think there was another one as well, I believe. Which I will have a look at. I know most of them play in either Israel or also some play in Poland as well, and a couple of them play like the PSV, etc. There's the number 2 now. He's giving it away, Daza as well. Here is Diogo Jota is giving it to. It's now João Cancelo in possession. Oh, he goes to Pep now. Just a short ball. And he switches the play across to Ruben Diaz, centre-back partner for the night. Who's going to look to Cristiano Ronaldo, who's in possession now, though. It's whipped in, and it's put behind there by Arad. It was whipped in by Mendes, I believe, and Arad had to put it behind. Did look like there was a foul in the build-up there, possibly as well, but Portugal have taken the quick corner ball. Here's Silva now to Fernandes. João Cancelo does well there, a bit of trickery. Well blocked there by the Israel man. I think that was Arad again. He's certainly had a good game so far, the left back for the Israelis. Here's Bruno Fernandes now. On to William Carvalho. Here's the left back Mendes. Going to play it down the line now to Diego Llosa. He's going to whip it in as he takes a touch there, puts it inside, and then delivers the cross to Cristiano Ronaldo, who isn't able to direct his header on target. And yet again, it's more trouble there for Israel. And they've had a couple of moments where they've looked okay on the counter attack, but mostly it's been pretty much all Portugal in the opening stage of this game. And in fact, there was a potential claim for a penalty there as well, but the referee turned it away. Of course, in this pre-tournament friendly, we have mostly officials from France, but I will confirm with you shortly. There's a Portuguese fourth official as well. The officials are, let's have a look at that in a second. It's now, jump back to that for 1 second, okay. So the official is just going to this for you. The referee is Jeremy Pignard from France. Cyril Meunier is the assistant alongside Aurelien Drought. And then the fourth official, Hugo Ferreira from Portugal. Miguel from from Portugal. VAR, Amaury Deleri from France, and Thomas Leonard. No, you unfortunately cannot see the match. This is just a commentary rather than a live streaming of the game or anything like that. So it is just audio only. But a very good evening and welcome along, and hopefully you are enjoying the coverage being brought to you. There's a free kick here to Israel now, and there's a man who's rolling around a little bit here as well. It was caught by João Cancelo. It was Solomon as well. Just been caught there. It was a good ball to him as well. And he was just caught there by Cancelo. It was Digani trying to play the ball through to him. And João Cancelo gets away without a booking, it looks like, as well. Just gets the talking to, it looks like. Just showing that one in regards to the potential penalty as well, which Cristiano Ronaldo was very adamant with, but the referee from France did turn it away. It was against the number 15, Lavie. That would have been as well, as we are now entering the half an hour mark of the game, and still plenty of this half to go. Portugal 0, Israel 0 so far. You're listening to the commentary hub as well. Hopefully you're enjoying what you're hearing. We've got some great coverage all the way through the Euros. I think we're bringing you about 47 of the games so far, but we'll try and cover all of them if we can. And we've got a commentary team that consists of myself, Matt Isles, Russ Vernon, JB as well, also John Kane, Barry Swain as well, Alex, and many, many more fantastic commentators, and also ex-professional players as well helping us out. Here's Cristiano Ronaldo now. Was looking for that penalty in my opinion, and the referee's got it right. We have some ex-players coming on to give their thoughts throughout the competition as well, from a number of different levels. Here's the Israel man, Zahavi now. In fact, it's all the way back to the midfield. Here's Lavie. Now it's Tibi. On to Digani. Out to Arad. Back to Digani again. Sorry, in fact, it's Tibi on that side. Now it's Digani, sorry. Switches it out to number 12, Menahem. Whips it in. Oh, and that's a good head there as well, away from danger. The on-running Zahavi was certainly looking to get on the end of that one, and it was a needed interception by Ruben Diaz to get it away for that throw-in. It's just the Kinder now in possession. That's number 15, Lavie. When it goes to Tibi, and then he knocks it out to the left side, and it's now back with the defender Tibby again. Trying to find the on-running Daza, and it's into the hands of Rui Silva there. He comes out and claims that one comfortably. Still yet to have our first goal of the game. We still had a couple of chances though for Portugal. Israel are growing into it a little bit as well. As it's now with Pep and now Cancelo. Back with Pep again. And it goes to Ronaldo. It's a great turn there by Bruno Fernandes, and he's caught as well. Is this going to be the first booking of the game? Let's have a look what the referee is going to say here. It's a fantastic turn, and he's caught there late as well by, I think that was Degani. It was indeed. And it looks like he's got away without a yellow card. As Portugal have a free kick here. Whipped in now by the Mendes, the left back, into the hands of Marciano. Comes out and claims that really, really easily. And comfortable for him as well. It's now with Daza. He's giving it away to the midfielder. It's now with Bruno Fernandes. Looks up and he fancies himself there to bury that one from about 25 yards into the back of the net. But he got his shot all wrong and ended up going completely wayward and off target, with Marciano not troubled or tested at all. Just showing that incident once again there as well now with Cristiano Ronaldo. But for me, I think the referee's got that call right. In fact, the referee has had a very good first half so far, in my opinion. I think he's got pretty much every call right, if not every call right, in fact. Of course, it's made difficult for him without the assistance of VAR as well, which of course we will see from Friday at the tournament. Here's Pep now. Now it's Mendes from Carvalho. Carvalho gets it back. Now Pep knocks it onto Neves, onto Cancelo. His free ball is easy for Marciano to come out and claim. 10 minutes remaining of the first half. And Portugal still looking for their opening goal in this game against Israel. The opening 35 minutes have been all Portugal, and all they haven't done is score. The rest of it they've been able to do, and they've looked very bright in what they've done, apart from finding the back of the net. Of course, a lot of people's tournament favourites as well, alongside France and other nations. England in the mix, Germany in the mix possibly as well, Spain, Italy, the Netherlands maybe as well for some people, but Portugal was certainly up there as one of the sides that are fancied to retain their crown. And on this performance so far, you can see why as well. Here's who's up there? That is, can't quite see the number on the back of his shirt, but it's now with Lavi anyway, the midfielder. On to the number 5 now, Degani. Gets it back as well. Plays it out to Daza. On to Kindan. Kindan isn't able to get away from his man there, Carvalho, and it's now with Silva. Then it's now towards Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is in. There's a couple of men coming forward as well. Bruno Fernandes, you're going to get into the box here. Plays it across to Cristiano Ronaldo. Great save by Marciano. Ronaldo gets it back. And then Arad fantastically gets the tackle as well. That's another great save from Marciano. That's the second time in this half that the Israel keeper has done very, very well. Excuse me, to deny a Portuguese counterpart. Here's Daza now. Kinder. On to Daza again. Is he fouled there as well? The referee says yes, he was. He was fouled by Mendes. It's good play there, and again, the referee's got that call right. He's getting his spray out now just to mark out, and in fact, he didn't need to. Just showing that replay again. Fernandes, great ball into Ronaldo, and then the shot is saved by the legs of Marciano, and the rebound is not able to do anything with the rebound either. Free kick now for Israel. It's whipped in. It's headed out there, and it's in fact gone to Cancelo now. And there's a counter on here for Portugal. Cancelo's fouled, and it's now a free kick to Portugal there. And that's a wasted free kick from Israel. When you're playing against somebody like Portugal and they've got all of the threats that they've got, it's needless for Lavi to make that foul there and to break up the play when they were in a little bit of an ascendancy for a moment or two as well. So it's just had to kick another ball off as well. There was 2 balls on for a moment, so it's now back underway. Here's Ruben Diaz in possession right now. Here's Pep. And he's going to just knock it into midfield to Silva, and Pep gets it back. Here's Silva now. He's giving it away to Minicher. Here's Zahavi, sorry, looking for it back. Good header there by Ruben Diaz onto Pep now, and then it's now with Carvalho onto Diogo Jota, and it's given it away there where it's a mixture of a couple of Israel players there, including Lavi and Kinder, I believe, as well, who were able to snuff out the danger. And then the free ball towards Daza isn't able to be kept in play. 38 minutes played, and it's still Portugal 0, Israel 0, still awaiting that first goal. You're listening to the commentary hub, and my name is Mike Harniman. I'm your commentator for this evening's game. This whips across towards Diogo Jota, and it's gone all the way out of play and away from danger by João Cancelo. Couldn't quite get his cross right there. Just having a look at some of the subs as well now. Warming up, but I'm not too sure whether that's going to be anyone that's introduced straight away, or whether that be a little bit later on in the game. Here's Diogo Jota now. Mendes, but gets it back again from Fernandes to Cancelo. Here's Ruben Neves now. Ronaldo fouled once again. Cristiano Ronaldo. The referee has given the free kick this time as well against Daza. That's probably 3 or 4 times that Ronaldo's been in the wars, and this time he does get the decision going in his favour. It's a good opportunity for a shot as well, 25-30 yards from goal. Ronaldo fancies this one himself. Got 5 minutes plus any stoppage time at the end of this first half. Ronaldo and also Bruno Fernandes over it as well, the Man United man and the former Man United man. It looks like Ronaldo is the one who's all set to go and to have the shot of goal there, which he does. Ronaldo, and he wayward completely off target and away from goal there. Very poor effort from Cristiano Ronaldo there that ended up going very, very wide. And even his manager there looks very displeased with that effort. And it's now with Tigani. In fact, now it's on to Daza. Given away. It's now Fernandes. Great save. Great touch there by Marciano to get it away. Here's Arad now. Down the line. Pep comes out and tidies that up, and then is going to go backwards. Is he? No, he does well. And in fact, he gets on the front foot with it as well. Here's Ruben Diaz now. It's now with William Carvalho. And to João Cancelo in possession now. Whips it in, and it's a shot goal, and it's in the back of the net. We've had the first goal. Bruno Fernandes, the Manchester United man, fires it into the back of the net. Straight out of Manchester, that one. Set up by João Cancelo and fired in to the back of the net by Bruno Fernandes of Man United. And Portugal lead by 1-0 in their final friendly in the lead up to the Euros. And that is Bruno Fernandes on the score sheet there. And nothing less than Portugal deserve. Just showing that again. Great ball in from João Cancelo. And there's his Manchester City to Manchester United, to the back of the net, and there's Portugal in the lead. And not more than they deserve. They've had a fantastic first half. They've certainly had opportunities as well. And Bruno Fernandes deserves that goal for his part in what has been a very good first half from a Portugal point of view. And then looking straight away for a second as well. He's closed down by Diogo Jota. It's gone behind for a goal kick. And, Portugal, great time to score as well, just about 3 minutes before the end of the half. It's now, that was Zahavi. Out it goes to the Rad. But it was Manichev, I think, and now it's Lavi. And now it's with Degani. It's just been a chance here for the number 7, Zahavi. As he fouled, the referee said no, he wasn't. And Portugal got a chance here again to go and get a second. Here's Bruno Fernandes now. Got 4 on 2. Here's Ronaldo. And it's in the back of the net. Cristiano Ronaldo gets his goal. And Portugal now lead by 2. It's Bruno Fernandes with the first. Cristiano Ronaldo with that one. And Portugal are in the ascendancy by 2-0 now, with the Juventus man doubling the tally for his nation. Portugal 2, Israel 0. Great play as well on the counter. Good through ball by Bruno Fernandes to Cristiano Ronaldo, and Cristiano Ronaldo, his effort on target goes off of Marciano. Could have maybe done a little bit better, got the goalkeeper there, but he has made 2 or 3 really good saves earlier on in this half. And Cristiano Ronaldo wasn't going to be stopped. He is going to get himself a goal, the Portugal captain, and he's got the second one just before half time now to make it 2-0. Goes off and does his lovely normal celebration as well. Got around about a minute plus any additional time in this first half. Portugal leading by 2-0 now. And it's now with Arad, now with Degani. Goes into Nacho. And out it goes to Daza. It's Kinder. It's Daza again. Harniman was also involved, I think, as well. In fact, it was Zahavi involved, sorry. Here's Kinder. And it's now Ruben Neves. In fact, it's still with Israel, and it's knocked on by Degani to Arad, and then Degani gets it back. And there is the half-time whistle. No additional time in this first half either. The referee has blown his whistle. And Bruno Fernandes and Cristiano Ronaldo are the 2 men that have made the difference. And as things stand at the break, it's Portugal 2, Israel 0. And over to Russ for some half-time reaction as Portugal going at the break, as I said, leading by 2-0.
Yes, thank you very much, Mike, for your fantastic first half coverage. We'll be back with Mike for the second half once play resumes at the start of the second half. Great coverage today from Mike ahead of the Euros across all of our channels where we'll be broadcasting the Euros on. That is the brilliant my YouTube channel, Mike's YouTube channel, the brilliant JB Sports, who are partnered with in partnership with Commentary Hub for the Euros for audio commentaries. Tonight is a warm-up game for Portugal ahead of the tournament. We thought, why not fetch it across all of the tournament so far. And we'll bring you throughout the tournament. We'll try and fetch you majority of every single game if we can. We'll have some ex-pros alongside likes of Mike, myself, Nicholas, JB, Matt Hiles, Nicholas Jones that is, Barry Swain, Alex, Kieran, Stephen, there's John Kane as well for Jack Cunningham as well. Some ex-pros on the team for the coverage as well throughout. And we've got great coverage all the way through the tournament, so make sure you tune in to hear what all we have got for you throughout the tournament. Great coverage from Mike in that first half throughout the tournament. Throughout this game, should I say, Portugal did have to work for it a little bit in this friendly. They had to work quite a bit, but they are now 2 goals to the good, thanks to Bruno Fernandes with the opener and Cristiano Ronaldo with the second one just before the break as well. And there was no need for any added time in that game in Portugal. Going to the game as it went on and began towards the end, took their chances. And I think if they continue to play like they did towards the end of the first half, we will get some more great action and coverage throughout the evening. Got some great coverage throughout the Euros. It starts this Friday. But before that, across all of our channels, where you're listening to this commentary today, why not join our brilliant team? We're going to be bringing you the commentary tomorrow throughout the tournament with their preview show ahead of the Euros. And you can get involved with that as well, listen along and put your comments in for that. If you want to get a question into myself or to Mike during this half-time interval, please get it in the comments below and we'll try and read as many as we can out. Got some great coverage, like I said, throughout the Euros that we have got coming up. And we've got some World Cup qualifiers in South America and Asia and North stroke Central America as well through the early hours of this morning. So just reading through those results. Paraguay 0, Brazil 2, Chile 1, Bolivia 1. That's in the South America World Cup qualifying. In the World Cup qualifying in Asia, Turkmenistan 3, Lebanon 2, Sri Lanka 0, South Korea 5. And in the North stroke Central America World Cup qualifying campaign, the results in there are El Salvador 3, Antigua and Barbuda, should I say, 0, Bermuda 1, Cayman Islands 1, Canada 4, Suriname 0, Curacao 0, Guatemala 0, Barbados 1, Dominica 1, and Panama 3, Dominican Republic 0. All the results. And we've just seen some chances here from Portugal from that first half. Diego Jota heading over after brilliant work down the Portuguese right. He managed to get in front of the Israeli right back, but couldn't keep his header on down. Here's Bruno Fernandes getting in behind, almost fell to Diego Jota, who couldn't get on end it after a fantastic save by the Hibs goalkeeper. And then Bruno Fernandes got in behind here, Bruno Fernandes, to put the ball across. Ronaldo had the shots, blocked back the keeper, came back and he was tackled at a vital moment. Great ball from Bruno Fernandes to pick out CR7 in that move there. And Portugal have really took. So this is João Cancelo pulling the ball back for Bruno Fernandes. As Mike Larry pointed out, Manchester City to Manchester United. The first goal was made in Manchester for Portugal tonight. As João Cancelo pulled the ball back for Bruno Fernandes to open the scoring. And the second one, Jota won the ball back into Carvalho, into Bruno Fernandes, and then played a lovely ball through into the path of CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo, and he fired it beyond the keeper, who, as like my point out, should have really done better with the effort, with Ronaldo's effort to keep out. But at the break, it is Portugal 2, Israel 0, and Portugal warming up. I know that could be warming up with a victory ahead of the Euros, which starts this Friday. Their first game is coming up on Tuesday. Their first game against Hungary at 5 o'clock. You better hear that on the channel. They're also in the same group as France against and Germany as well. So bringing some both two great matches on Tuesday as well. And we'll, like I said, the preview show for the Euros is tomorrow as well. Join myself, Mike, Matt, and rest of the commentary up team live for your preview show. The commentary up team will be live throughout tomorrow night from 8 o'clock with the preview show, then commentaries on most matches throughout the day on starting Friday evening, where Turkey take on Italy with myself. And while before the second half gets back underway, we'll just switch Mike in there. Mike, can you be listening to me talk about the chances for Portugal during that first half, as we saw the highlights at the end of on the monitors that we've got in front of us? And what did you make to Portugal? I said the good as the game went on. Would you seem to agree with that, Mike?
I thought Portugal have been great. I thought from the first whistle they've been really at it today. I thought they could have been 1-0 up with the chance through Cristiano Ronaldo after about 45 seconds or so. And then they just continued on in that form really all throughout the first half. And, it was only a matter of time until they got the first goal with Bruno Fernandes, as you mentioned, and then also Cristiano Ronaldo doubling the lead as well. Of course, the goalkeeper for the Israelis as well has had a couple of really big moments where he's made a couple of really good saves, Marciano, and if you look at the chances, Portugal thoroughly deserve to be 2 goals up at least, if maybe not even a couple more.
Yeah, you said there could be a couple more. Jota could have possibly could have done better with one of his chances. Going now had a few more chances early on as well. Bruno Fernandes also had some chances in there as well. Do you think it's a matter of when and not if Portugal are going to add a third, fourth, and potentially a fifth in this game?
Yeah, the way things are going this first half, I absolutely think that's the case. I think, Israel, we've got some players in there as well, though. I like the look of Kinder. I think he's looked good. I like the look of Solomon as well. Zahavi, the front line have all looked pretty good, really, in terms of, they've shown that they've got a little bit about them. Menahem as well, and Daza down the right flank. There's a few players in the Israel side that have certainly played a part and caused a few issues and a few problems for the Portuguese side. But for me, if you look at the Portugal side, they've got a lot of quality there, a lot of quality on the bench if they want to make changes as well. And for me, this one will probably only go one way now, and I can see Portugal, as you say, going on and getting a few more.
Yes, they probably will going to get a few more as well. Mike will touch on this in a bit more detail tomorrow on our preview show, Mike. But from what you've seen that first half from Portugal, I'm just looking at the starting lineup for Portugal. That's probably going to be one of their strongest lineups that they can put out in this tournament. Maybe Rui Patricio comes in goal. Semedo may play. Jan Moutinho may play as well in some of the matches. But for starting wise, it's not a bad starting lineup that they've got. If they went into the Euros, Mike, with this starting lineup that they had tonight, Portugal, and that was a top team, minus any injury. If they don't get any injuries, the other part today is going to be the team for the tournament, barring taking into account Patricio may come in and go, but the rest of the side unchanged. How far, Mike? We are getting too much away out of the preview show tomorrow. Do you think this Portuguese side can go from what you've seen in that first half?
Yeah, there's certainly enough about them to get to the very latter stages. Will that be retaining their title? Find out tomorrow. Come and join us tomorrow, and you'll find out what my prediction is, what Russ's prediction is, what Barry's, Matt's, John, JB, what everyone's gone with. But for me, this side is certainly, got enough quality about them to get to the latter stages of the competition. But the group isn't a given. Germany are a good side as well. And finishing third, you just got to pick up the most points if that's the case. But I think Portugal will certainly get out of the group, and then they'll progress through to the latter stages. But if you want to find out exactly, then give us a watch tomorrow, where you can hear what we've got to say, and you can put a face to the name as well of all of our commentary team.
Yes, that is correct. My name to the faces of all your commentators throughout the tournament on our preview show tomorrow. So make sure, like Matt says, you tune in tomorrow to see all the beautiful faces of our commentary team and all
and Russ
and Matt. I'll say, but don't tell me I said that, Mike. But got some great commentators for the channel, for the Euros, and if the games that they've done in the league season or anything to go by, what I will say to the listeners on JB Sports will be hearing some of the names for the very first time this summer. If you tuned in to the season over on my channel, some of the commentators, likes of myself, JB, you'll know from this channel, Mike, you'll know from this channel in the past, Nicholas, if you listen to the commentary up throughout the season, and John Kane, Barry Swain, Matt Howes, Jack Cunningham as well, you'll be able to hear what fantastic commentaries they do. The players anyway are now back out onto the field, ready for the second half of Portugal against Israel. So what I'm going to do in plenty of time then is hand back over to your match commentator for the second half. And I'll leave you in the capable hands of Mr. Mike On.
Thank you very much for that, Russ, and great interaction and chat there as well throughout the half-time interval as the two sides are coming back out now. The Israel side are out and the Portugal side are just making their way out in a moment or so now. And the referee just walking out as well. I do want to apologise to Barry, by the way. He got so engrossed in the commentary of that first half that he burnt his dinner. So hopefully it's not too bad and you're still able to salvage something out of it, mate. But back to the action. We've got, of course, a fantastic 45 minutes here for this friendly between Portugal and Israel. The home nation there, Portugal, are leading 2-0 as things stand, with the two goals coming from Bruno Fernandes and also Cristiano Ronaldo as well. And the home side are actually going to make a sub as well. I think it's Andre Silva who's coming on. And he's coming on in place of what looks to be Diogo Jota of Liverpool for the first sub of this evening's game. That is the number 9 there, just replaced Diogo Jota. As we are back underway, are we, with the referee blowing his whistle, checking everything's okay with the goalkeepers and the numbers of players, etc., on the field. And we are now back underway for the second half as well, with Israel kicking off and playing from left to right. Of course, Portugal playing from right. Israel playing from right to left, I should say, in this half, and Portugal playing from left to right. And it's Portugal with an early free kick as well. And Israel themselves have made a sub with Menachem going off and Hannah coming on, the number 20. So substitution apiece there at the break as we are back underway. And in possession now is Pep for Portugal. Here's Cancelo. Bit of silky feet there. And it's given, in fact, I thought he was going to foul his man there, but he didn't. It's Ruben Neves now. Given away by Ronaldo. He loses out there. It's now Kinder on to Zahavi. And it's now with, who's that there? The number 10 there for Israel, which was Solomon. Goes back to Nacho as well as involved. Now Daza. There's Nacho again, the captain. On it goes now to Tibi. There's Daza playing a 1-2 there with Kinder. Kinder's got it. Did he foul there as well? The referee says yes, he was. Dangerous area here for a delivery. Portugal 2, Israel 0 as things stand is the latest score. You listen to the commentary hub as well. My name is Mike Harniman, and this is the last pre-tournament friendly for the Euros, Euro 2020, which of course was delayed from last year due to the ongoing COVID pandemic. It's whipped in, and it's good head there by Pep. He's got it away, and it's now with Bruno Fernandes. Take a touch. Is Ruben Neves gives it back to the Man United man again. Back to Neves. On to Pep now. Here is Cancelo. Back to Pep. Back to the goalkeeper again, which is Rui Silva. The number 22, of course. Through ball towards, who's that on now? It's to the João Cancelo. In fact, it was Andre Silva was the man trying to hold it up, and then Cancelo tried to put the ball through. And I've just lost stream for a moment, so just hang tight. I've just lost my stream, so we might have to let Russ come in and take in a second because I've just lost my coverage of the game itself. As I've just lost picture.
No, it's Mike. I'll just take over for a second. As Cristiano Ronaldo knocks the ball down the side here to João Cancelo, puts the ball in towards the penalty area, and he's knocked behind by the Dinjan, the number 5 for Israel. Decent ball in, to be fair with you there, from João Cancelo, was going down the side. Bruno Fernandes comes across to Taylor Corner, who's taking his short into William Carvalho. Back to Bernardo Silva, the Manchester City man, who lifts the ball in towards the penalty area, and is Meccano who claims possession, and he bowls the ball out to Tibi there, who fetch the ball forward, giving the ball away now, and Portugal have the ball back. It's João Cancelo knocking the ball into the substitute, which is Andre Silva. Now Cristiano Ronaldo will keep hold of possession for Portugal. They're keeping and knocking the ball around the Portugal's Bruno Fernandes loses out there for a moment, but now has got it by Bruno Fernandes, who's picked out Cristiano Ronaldo onto William Carvalho, back in towards Cristiano Ronaldo, but he's deflected behind for the corner. Which Bruno Fernandes will come across to take. Pep's up from the back. Ronaldo in there. He's lefted Bruno Fernandes to Nuno Mendes, who will take this corner in towards Silva in there, but he's headed, Andre Silva that is, headed behind for another corner. And then there's a crossed in which is blocked. Comes now towards Bernardo Silva, put it in towards Bruno Fernandes, who couldn't find the target there. Good ball in from from Bernardo Silva, and Bruno Fernandes just running him round the back, but couldn't direct his effort on goal from the tightest of angles. He picks up now is Bruno Fernandes, and William Carvalho can't pick out Cristiano Ronaldo. Now Israel on the counter attack. We'll go back to Mike in a second after this attack is finished. There's Israel Everton on that far side, down the line, looking towards Kinder, who couldn't get there. He's behind for a goal kick. He was actually looking for Daza. And now what we'll do, we'll hand back over to your match commentator, Mike Harniman.
Cheers for that. Thanks for just stepping in there. We had just lost picture for a second, but I've got it back now. So it is just gone out of play there from Daza, as Russ mentioned. And it's gone behind for a Portugal ball. It's goal kick there, I should say. Now with the midfield man of Bruno Fernandes, I think, here now to Cristiano Ronaldo. Back to Fernandes again. In fact, it was Andre Silva they're trying to pick out as well. It's tidied up there by the Israel man, which is the midfielder who was the number 6 Nacho, and it's gone behind for a throw, which Portugal have just taken as well. Now with William Carvalho. Now with Pep. Now Bernardo Silva. Ruben Diaz. Is there a foul there? The referee says yes, there was. There was a foul on Bruno Fernandes. That's 52 and a half minutes. Portugal leading 2-0. That was the centre-back there, Degani, who made the foul on the Manchester United man. And it looks like it's William Carvalho who's going to take the free kick quickly. He gets it back as well. He goes out to Pep now. Pep plays it through the middle towards Andre Silva. Degani's just got in the book, by the way, as well. Andre Silva couldn't quite control that one, and it's gone behind off Degani for a goal kick. That's the first yellow of the game so far. 52 and a half minutes, and it's the Israel man, the first one to go in the book. As Marciano takes the goal kick and whips it out to the Daza, and it's on towards Kinder, and away now by Mendes, and then to William Carvalho, who tries to find Cristiano Ronaldo, and it's put back to the goalkeeper Marciano. And now it is given away now. It's a chance here for William Carvalho. I think he's going to have a shot, and he fires that one high, wide, and not so handsome at all there. And not troubling Marciano. That was a wayward effort from the Portugal midfielder. Of course, you're listening to the commentary hub, and it's also, if you want to follow us, you can follow us on Twitter. Commentary Live 1 is the Twitter handle, and as I was just about to say, it's Portugal 2, Israel 0 in this pre-tournament friendly. And it's whipped in by João Cancelo. Not back there by João Cancelo. To Silva. He just bowls it out to Ruben Diaz and then gets it back as well now. Here's Pep. Going to play it down the line. On towards Bernardo Silva. Here's Andre Silva. Plays the ball across to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes on to Cristiano Ronaldo. And Ronaldo now. Silky feet from Ronaldo he gets it back in. Ronaldo, is that a foul? Looked like that could have been a potential penalty there. The referee says no, though. Here's Israel on the attack now with the number 7 Zahavi, and he's tried to find the on-running man there, and it was completely not on the same wavelength, and it's gone all the way through to Silva, and then he's dealt with that one. No trouble there has Rui Silva, as Portugal just knocking it around now, with William Carvalho getting it from Mendes. It's now on by, well, what's happened there now? It's given away. It's João Cancelo, I think, they gave it away. An opportunity here now, through ball. Oh, they're claiming a penalty there. The referee says no. I think the through ball was towards Solomon, I believe, and his shot was well blocked there by the Portugal defender. And it's now with, let's see, that was the right back trying to whip it in there, which was Hannah, the substitute, sorry, the midfielder, sorry, the left mid. It's now the right back of Daza again, who plays it into the middle. And it's now with Degani, the only one that's been on the booking so far in this game here. It's now, he's got it back from Tibi, his centre-back partner. Here's Degani again, now Tibi. Here's Degani, back to the goalkeeper Marciano. But almost 57 minutes played. Portugal still leading by 2-0. Towards Kinder there, and it's gone out of play for a throw into Portugal. We've taken that really quickly and then thrown it to Ruben Diaz. He's got it back now from Silva, and also William Carvalho also involved in that build-up play as well. And then out it goes to the left side, which is the left back of Mendes, and then it goes to Pat now. João Cancelo gets it back from Bernardo Silva. 1-2 now, and then it's back into midfield with Neves. Here's Carvalho. Gets it back again from Bruno Fernandes, I think that was. Whips in towards Ronaldo, headed away. Portugal still on the attack here now. Here's Cancelo. Back to Neves. Here's William Carvalho. Looks up, plays it into Silva. Silva lets it roll through to Ronaldo. Gives it away though. Silva's in possession. Silva doesn't quite win it back. But he does this second time around. On to Ruben Neves. Here's Ronaldo. Bruno Fernandes. It's gone behind for a Portugal ball there off of the defending Israel man, which I couldn't quite see which midfielder it was. I think it might have been the number 10, Solomon, back there, in fact. It's now with Ruben Neves. Tries to feed the ball through, and Daza does well there for Israel, and then knocks back. It's now the defender, I think that's Degani, going on and run there into midfield. Plays it out to Hannah. Degani knocks it on again, and it's tidied up there by Andre Silva, who is back. Now Bruno Fernandes, the Manchester United man, of course, as we mentioned earlier on. The opening goal scorer for Portugal tonight as well. Cristiano Ronaldo with the second. Both goals coming in the first half, just a few minutes before the end of the halftime interval. Here's Bernardo Silva now. Oh, good save there by Marciano. Silva gets it back now. Knocks it in to Andre Silva, I think that was. And he could, no, sorry, Bruno Fernandes, in fact. And he miscontrolled it. And the goalkeeper Marciano was able to come out and claim it comfortably. It's now with Israel, and Daza got his cross all wrong now, and the goalkeeper was able to come out and claim that easy, Rui Silva. Here's Ruben Neves now. Gets it back from Bruno Fernandes. Here's Bruno Fernandes trying to find through ball, and it's good defending there from the Israel centre-back. In fact, it was the sub, in fact. It's now one of the substitutes. Anyway, it's now with João Cancelo. Given away though. Daza tries to whip it in. Well defended by the Portugal left back of Mendes. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Right, now we go. Here we go. It's Portugal in possession. Now Cristiano Ronaldo. Into the box he goes. Ronaldo, is he going to get another shot away? Ronaldo. Good block there, and it's looped into the hands of Marciano, who claims that comfortably as well. 60 minutes played. Portugal 2, Israel 0, I should say. With Bruno Fernandes and Cristiano Ronaldo getting the goals. And Israel are looking to make 2 subs now as well. And in fact, I think Portugal are going to make a couple as well. And it looks like Danilo is coming on, and it also looks like João Moutinho as well is one of the Portuguese subs, with the number 16 Fernie coming on for the number 17 Kinder in one of the Israel subs. So that is 16 is coming on. And the other sub is the number 20 as well is coming on to replace number 6 Nacho is going off. And that means that for Portugal, Ruben Neves of Wolves is going off to be replaced by João Moutinho. And also looks like Ruben Diaz is going off as well to be replaced by Danilo. So let me just make a note of those. So we've got, who was that second sub there? To try and see who that other sub was. I know Portugal's was Ruben Diaz for Danilo, though, was one of them. And then the other one was straight swap for Wolves, Ruben Neves off, and Wolves is João Moutinho on as well. Just got to find out who that other sub there for Israel was. If you could help me out, Russ, with that second sub there. I know that one of the subs was Farney. I'm not too sure who the other one was though. Come on, just hopefully you will tell me in a second. Is Cancelo now. He plays it across. Danilo's going to not get his first touch. In fact, it's Rui Silva. Now Danilo does get his first touch. He knocks it back to his goalkeeper though. And Rui Silva takes a touch and just takes a bit of time on the ball there. It's a good free ball, and it's now with Andre Silva. Up against Lavi. Andre Silva into Bruno Fernandes. Can have a shot here. Good block and into the hands of Marciano, who comes out and claims that comfortably from Bruno Fernandes. Israel subs. The second one was Kalela that come on, and he come on in place of Nacho, as I mentioned. So that is the number 19 that come on. Thanks for that, Russ. Hard when it's friendlies because they make quite a few subs, don't they, sometimes? And there'll still be probably a few more to go as well in the remaining 27 minutes or so. It's a free ball here towards the young running Ronaldo, and it's well played there by Marciano, who comes out and claims that very well. Portugal still looking to add to the 2 goals they've already got and yet to do so. But they are in the ascendancy in possession once again right now, and it's the left back of Mendes. He's going to be crowded out here though. He's got 2 men surrounding him, and in fact he does win the throw-in. Does he win a free kick? He wins a throw-in. There's the left back there, and it's now with, in fact he's going to play for a throw to Israel. Excuse me, João Moutinho couldn't keep it in play. 65 played, and it's still Portugal leading by 2-0 in this pre-Euro 2020 friendly. The last one for them, of course, and as we mentioned at half-time, they do have a very difficult group to get out of that consists of themselves, Germany, also France and Hungary as well, with the opening game against the Hungarians next Tuesday evening. This is probably Israel and Hungary, and probably, no disrespect to Hungary, very similar matched in terms of the level of ability as well. So this is probably why Portugal looked at this friendly for this stage. Of course, Portugal, a lot of people's favourites to retain the title, as I've mentioned a number of times as well. And Cristiano Ronaldo wants to be a part of the final, no doubt, if they do get there, because obviously he suffered injury last time out, didn't he, in 2016. So foul there on Bruno Fernandes. But about 20 minutes of the second half, and still remains 2-0 to the Portuguese against the Israelis. We have Bruno Fernandes and Cristiano Ronaldo, the two goal scorers. You're listening to the Commentary Hub, and you can follow us as well. At Commentary Live 1 is the Twitter handle. We're also on Facebook as well, and you can find us on there. Here's Bruno Fernandes now, whips it in. It's gone away from, is he going to keep it in to Ronaldo? In fact, he does. Lovely bit of skill there to João Cancelo, and then Ronaldo gets it back. Here's Cristiano Ronaldo once more. Here's João Moutinho now into Carvalho. Here's Pep, then knocked back by the midfielder there, João Moutinho, all the way back to Silva and then on to Danilo. And here is João Moutinho once more. Here's Carvalho now. Portugal just happy to pass it around as things stand. Now with Danilo once more. 23 minutes remaining of this international friendly. Is William Carvalho now. On to João Moutinho. Gets it back once more. Going to get the give and go. Here's João Moutinho to the left back. Gets it back again. João Moutinho now to Fernandes. And then that was Fernandes tried to find his man once more, but it's given away. And Marciano gives the ball away from the ball here as well, where it ends up going to the number 25 Mendes, who wins the free kick. It was the number 15 that fouled in Lavi as well, and it's now given away from that free kick there. Bit of poor play from Portugal, who I think they're just giving away a free kick here as well. It's the number 10 Solomon fouled, and it was João Cancelo that caught him. And the referee is not going to go to the pocket. Don't think he's going to give any bookings here. Solomon's just holding his back and just trying to organise and position the rest of his team. As Israel are in possession now, and it is Solomon just knocks it out, I believe, to Degani. It's given away though. Here's Cristiano Ronaldo now. It's well defended there by Tibi, and knocked back to Lavi, I think now as well. Sorry, not Lavi. In fact, it was I think it was Kaleda, the substitute. And here is Hannah now. One tries to find the on-running man there, and it's gone behind for a goal kick, which is going to be taken by the goalkeeper Silva, Rui Silva, with around about 20 minutes remaining in this friendly. Here's the right back to go. So it does, and there's an effort here from Israel, and it's that was a decent effort there from the attacker, number 7, Zahavi, and it was a good opportunity as well, not too far out, and it did have the goalkeeper scrambling a little bit. But that is a good opportunity there for Zahavi, the number 7. As Portugal look like they're going to counter though with Bernardo Silva. A poor ball there, which is cut out really well by Tibi, and it's given away to Bernardo Silva again, though. He's going to try and feed the ball to William Carvalho. He gives it to Andre Santos, and Santos fires one straight down the nose of the goalkeeper, Marciano, though, I should say, and it's parried away from danger. Good fist as well. If you look at that fist, that's a very strong, powerful fist away from the hit goalkeeper. There's another substitution here. Looks like Cristiano Ronaldo's night is done. The man that got Portugal's second goal, looks like he's making way now. And another double substitution for the Portuguese again. They show the replay of his goal that has put the Portuguese 2 goals to the good. And he's going to be replaced by who's he being replaced by? They're making a triple sub, in fact, I think. Renato Sanchez was one that came on. And I think Israel are making a sub as well, with the number 3 coming on to replace Degani. That is Baltaxa. I have to confirm the Portugal subs in a second as well. I know Renato Sanchez was one of those. We'll have to confirm the rest in 2 seconds. Sorry. Ronaldo went off to be replaced by Guedes. Silva was replaced by Gonçalves. And so it was actually Carvalho that also made way as well to be replaced by Renato Sanchez in those 3 subs, and of course Israel made a sub as well. Now with Solomon, he's going to knock it back here to Levy, and in fact it's on to the defender, which is, I think it was the defender that just come on, Baltaxa, in fact, and his free ball went all the way through to Rui Sanchez, and that is right, the confirmation there of those subs. Portugal subs, Ronaldo, Bernardo Silva and Carvalho were replaced by Guedes, Gonçalves and Sanchez. And Baltaxa come on for Degani. In terms of the Israel change. And it's them in possession right now with the number 20, Hannah, one of the first subs that were made for them at half-time. Now back to Marciano. Portugal, if you'd be very pleased with Cristiano Ronaldo again, 70 minutes. It's now them looking to add a third, though. They're not going to do it like that. That was one of the substitutes there, trying to find the right back. And it was actually the number 17, which was Gonçalo Guedes wasn't able to find the right back there. So the left back there, I should say, it's now Israel in possession, and it is with the goalkeeper now, Marciano, and was Arad, and also Tibi as well, and Baltaxa also just taking it back to his goalkeeper now. It's now out with the left back Arad again. And Hannah's giving it away, is he? Couldn't keep it in here, but it's a throw in to Portugal, which is taken by João Cancelo into João Moutinho. Gets it back as well. Now to Cancelo. In it goes to Bruno Fernandes. Here's Mendes. Opens up his body as a shot and fires it wide of the goalkeeper there, Marciano. Not been in trouble with that effort, but it's yet again Portugal in the ascendancy, and that's a decent position for the shot, but the shot itself was a poor attempt from the left back. As it still remains 2-0 to Portugal. They've had 19 attempts in this game, and Israel have only had 2 themselves. So it has been all Portugal, very dominant performance. As Israel just won a free kick though. It's pushed there by João Moutinho on Solomon. Of course, you'll listen to this on a number of channels this evening. On my YouTube, on Russ's YouTube, also on JB Sports as well, and the Commentary Hub, Periscope, and also Twitter, and also Twitch channels, where we are broadcasting and available to you across. And we will be for the Euros as well, coming up as of Friday. Well, we've got games every day. We're going to have multiple games brought to you every day by our commentary team. It's Sanchez now. Out it goes from Sanchez to Mendes. Mendes into, I think that was Guedes, and he couldn't quite do anything with it. As we are coming into the remaining 13 or so minutes of this international friendly. And Israel are really camped in their own half at the moment. Is Pepe now Pep onto Cancelo. Oh, that's a decent opportunity there from Fernandes trying to find his man, but it's cut out by the defender, and it's now with Lavia, I think that was. And now Daza into midfield it goes, where Solomon's had to drop back, and it's now with Arad, and on it goes to Baltaxa. And then it goes to the midfield of Lavia again, and out to Arad. That's Arad that time in possession, I should say. The changing of system a little bit here. It looks like they've changed a couple of people's positions over. This is Arad now. Tries to find his man, and it's well defended there by Mendes, and into Renato Sanchez now. Here's an opportunity for Portugal to try and put the game to bed with a third. Here's Bruno Fernandes onto, in fact it's given away there, but it's kept with João Cancelo. Here's Sanchez. Cancelo, here's Pep. Gets it back. Renato Sanchez. Cancelo tries to find him. Well played there by Andre Silva as well. Here is now João Cancelo. Into Silva, I think that was. Onto Cancelo again. In fact, it wasn't Silva, it was actually Pedro Gonçalves that time. He was in possession there. Coming up to the 78th minute. We just entered the 78th minute now on my screen here. And Portugal have a corner ball. 78 minutes and 22 if you want to sync it up. If you haven't already. It's whipped in now low, and it's, what's this the referee giving there? I think he's gonna, they wanted to make a sub before the corner was taken, so they have to retake that corner again, and let's see what was happening. Or was it because the ball wasn't in the quadrant? I think it's because the ball wasn't in the quadrant, in fact, which Bruno Fernandes now has to take the corner again. And it's another poor corner. That's two in quick succession there from the Manchester United man. João Moutinho just knocks that one behind for a throw-in. He's involved there with the number 16 Farney. And here is him, Solomon now. There's now an opportunity here for Andre Silva, sorry. It's good defending by Tibi. He knocks the ball out. There's an opportunity here now for Daza. He's going to play back to Daza again this time, and it's whipped in. Oh, and that's a gilt edge opportunity there. Daza whips the ball across, and Rui Silva has got the beaten. He starts the harbour there, so he's got the beating of Rui Silva, and it did look like for a moment that Israel were going to get a goal back there. Daza whips it in, and he beat him to the border. Did the number 7 for Israel, and I would have certainly, fancied that to be 2-1, but the goalkeeper did enough there to put it behind for a corner ball. Whipped in as well. Good defending by Pep. It's now an offside flag in there, is it, I think? Or no, in fact, they've allowed it to carry on with Renato Sanchez. 10 minutes remaining of this game. It's João Cancelo now. Bruno Fernandes. João Cancelo again. Sanchez. Cancelo. Fernandes. Looks up. Out it goes to the left side. So that's Fernandes, in fact, now, I should say. It was actually, I think it might have been Guedes or Gonçalves beforehand. Here is Rui Silva. Here's Pep. João Moutinho. Now with Mendes. Going to play it back to Danilo. Gives it back to Mendes as well, the left back. And it goes to Bruno Fernandes now. Here's Pep. What's Pep going to do with this? Is he going to take a few touches? Yes, he is. Brings it into midfield. Here's Cancelo. There's Sanchez. There's Danilo. Now it is Mendes. Tries to find Silva, given away though. Portugal, they're going to win it back here. No, it's a counter-attack here for Israel. What they're going to do here with the midfield. Excuse me, now it's with Baltaxa. Let's go all the way through to Rui Silva, who comes out and takes a touch of his foot and then knocks it simple to his centre-back, which is played away, given away though. An opportunity here for Solomon. Solomon plays it out to Zahavi. Now it's with Daza. What's Daza going to do? He's going to whip it in. Take a touch there, and it's given away. Portugal got a chance to go on the attack here now with the number 19 Gonçalves. It's Fernandes. An opportunity here for Portugal now, and it's Andre Silva. Is he able to keep it in? No, he's not. He's got behind for. Did he put it behind for a throw, or has he got behind for a goal kick? Let's have a look here. Just on this other angle. There's a couple of players there laughing and joking. I think they might be from the Israel camp. Gone behind for a throw in there. He was able to just knock it for a throw rather than give away a goal kick there. The chance here for Portugal, but it's given away now. And it's the number 15, Lavi. Here's Daza. Has to go across his own goal there, his own box there, towards the number 20, Hannah. And then back to Marciano, and be closed down by Andre Silva, but it's hooked clear there by the goalkeeper. Playing his trade in Scotland at Hibernian. Side that, of course, themselves are going to be competing in the tournament. They're in the group with England, Czech Republic, and Croatia. Here's Daza now. Lavi knocks it back to the number 3, Baltaxa. Now it's on with Tibi. To Lavi again. Lavi's going to try and play it down the line. It's well claimed there by the goalkeeper, Rui Silva. So Harvey wasn't able to get on the end of it. We're coming towards the end of this commentary now as well, and this live coverage. So we'll be bringing you a man of the match soon. It's going to be difficult with the amount of players that have played today as well, with another 2 players about to enter the fray now as well from the Israel substitute bench. Here's Sanchez. Fernandes given away though. It's now with the midfield of Lovey. Kalela's up there as well. It's now Daza. Giving that one away. That was a poor cross. As Portugal look to try and get on the attack. 5 minutes or so remaining for Portugal to see this one out and to keep the clean sheet and get a really positive performance and result to take into their opening game against Hungary next Tuesday. Here is João Cancelo now. On it goes to Guedes, I think that was. Now Sanchez. Here's Bruno Fernandes now. The opening goal scorer. Here's Renato Sanchez. Guedes, I think that was. On to João Cancelo. Takes a touch. João Cancelo fires it. João Cancelo. There's the third. Portugal are 3 goals to the good. The first one was scored in Manchester. The second one was scored by Cristiano Ronaldo, ex-Manchester United, of course. Applied it straight in Manchester. And this one, João Cancelo, another Manchester base player as well. Got an assist earlier on for the opening goal. Got himself a goal here as well now. And this is certainly the icing on the cake for Portugal. The left back, so the right full back, João Cancelo, fires home to make it 3. Great play as well. Cut inside. The goalkeeper's got no chance with that one. Marciano couldn't do anything about that at all. And that's certainly no less than Portugal deserve. It's certainly, as we said at half-time, they'll go on and get another goal or two. And, they've certainly gone on and got this one now. And there's still time to get another one maybe as well. As it looks like Israel might have rethought the subs. I don't know if they've actually made the 2 subs that they were just going to make. Or if they just decided not to make them now. As it's with Tibi in possession. It's Bertaxa as well. And also Raz is now in possession. Daza. In fact, Daza actually did just go off, in fact, the right back for Maleda. And also Lavi went off as well. So that was Maleda coming on there. And also Lavi went off as well to be replaced by... Not too sure who he was replaced by. I can't remember. It flashed up for a second, but literally a second on screen. Might have been... I'm not too sure who it was. Anyway, here's an opportunity for Israel now. With the number 19, Kalela, whips it in, it's given away. It's Renato Sanchez. Here is Pedro Gonçalves now. Here is Mendes. This is one thing I won't miss doing the Euros, that's for sure. I don't want to be having to make note of so many substitutions. I know there'll still be a fair amount, but for these international friendlies, there's been a hell of a lot tonight. It's been difficult to keep across it all. There's been lots of players used, which is making my job for man the match very, very difficult indeed. Can't remember if anyone's actually played 90 minutes, to be fair, apart from the 2 goalkeepers. Here's Portugal in possession now with João Moutinho, Renato Sanchez, Andre Silva, Sanchez again. Here's Sanchez. I think Bruno Fernandes is one of the ones that's actually played 90 minutes as well. He has indeed. He's in possession now. Tries to find Cancelo. The other sub for Israel was Zagari that came on. The number 8. And he came on to replace. So that was. He came on to replace the number 15, didn't he? I think. Yeah. Here's Bruno Fernandes now. Good block there. But he's going to get an opportunity now. There's 2 men down for Israel. Fernandes goes again. Here's Sanchez, Renato Sanchez now. Good block as we are now entering the 90th minute. Here's João Cancelo. I'm going to go and just make a note of that other sub just for a second as well. It was Zagari that came on. As we are now entering 2 minutes of additional time. We've had 8 seconds of that. As Portugal are just playing it around. Here's Sanchez now. Renato Sanchez is caught. And they lead by 3-0 in this final pre-Euro 2020 friendly for the Portuguese. They've been very dominant in this performance and certainly controlled as well in the way that they performed today. Here's João Moutinho now. Knocks it on to, who was that? I couldn't quite see. It was one of the subs that come on earlier. It's Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes, there's 4. Portugal have got the 4. Bruno Fernandes, I think he was actually Gonçalves maybe, or also Guedes that was involved as well. I couldn't quite see exactly. But it was Bruno Fernandes, no doubt, with the 4th goal there. And Portugal have sealed this one now as Bruno Fernandes, the Manchester United man, and the man who I'm going to give the commentary commentary live one, so man of the match too as well, the commentary services man of the match, to Bruno Fernandes, capped the performance off with a brace and thoroughly deserved his man of the match performance tonight. Got himself involved as well, got an assist for Cristiano Ronaldo's goal. Bruno Fernandes deserves his man of the match, sponsored by commentary services, and a great performance from the Man U man as well. As there's still time for a 5th. They're in here as well with Andre Silva now. Andre Silva isn't going to get the ball out of his feet as he knocks it back. When it goes to João Cancelo now. And that is the end of the game. The referee has blown up probably about a second or two before time, in fact, as well, as Bruno Fernandes got himself a brace. Cristiano Ronaldo was on the score sheet as well. And Portugal go on to the Euro 2020 tournament that takes place starting this coming Friday with a fantastic 4-0 victory over Israel. Israel themselves had a few opportunities as well, but it has been a very dominant performance really from Portugal. João Cancelo getting the 3rd as well from Manchester City, of course. But from myself and the commentary team as well at the commentary hub, I'll hand you over to Russ. It's been a fantastic, entertaining game, and Portugal have seen it out by 4-0. And the real test for them start in the group, where, of course, they face Germany and France in the same group as themselves.
Yes, thank you very much, Mike. As we just see the goals again, João Cancelo pulling the ball back for Bruno Fernandes to open the scoring. Fantastic bit of play from Portugal to open the scoring very towards the end of that first half. João Cancelo with a superb cutback for Bruno Fernandes. And then Carvalho played it through to Fernandes once more. He fed in Cristiano Ronaldo, and Cristiano Ronaldo fired home superbly well there to make it 2-0 to Portugal. Just seeing the goals back here now. Superb finish from CR7, who fired home superbly well. And then the 3rd goal was absolutely sublime as João Cancelo picked the ball up on the right-hand side, cut inside, and then curled a shot into the bottom left-hand corner to make it 3-0 with 4 minutes to play, with a superb curling effort, as we just see that curling effort again. And we'll just see it for a 3rd time, shall we? Superb curling effort there. And then Portugal rounded off victory in the 91st minute after the shot was blocked. Came out to Bruno Fernandes, who hit a sublime effort into the top corner, postage stamp, no chance for the keeper. 4-0 for Portugal tonight, and they look very, very dangerous heading in to this European Championships, which starts on Friday. So, great work from Mike, and thank you for bringing excellent commentary this evening, Mike. Hopefully, the people across at JB Sports, where we've been this evening, have both enjoyed it. Don't forget, guys, before we finish tonight, I'll get the thoughts of overall thoughts from Mike and the reason behind Bruno Fernandes picking up his man of the match. Well, the commentary up and JB Sports rather, not JB Sports, JB Sports are in partnership for the Euros coverage for audio commentaries. Tonight was a warm-up match for Portugal ahead of the tournament. Their first group game is on Monday. Mike Harniman, Bruno Fernandes was your man of the match tonight. What was the main reasoning behind Bruno Fernandes picking up your man of the match award?
Yeah, so he looked really dangerous all throughout. It's not just the fact he got himself a brace, he got an assist as well. He was involved in everything that Portugal did going forward. But I think he was fantastic all night. I think, on another night he could have had a hat trick. It was unfortunate with a couple of other, opportunities as well. Diogo Jota had played a part and had a few chances as well. Cristiano Ronaldo, got himself a goal. João Cancelo got the goal as well. But Bruno Fernandes, for me, was a standout man and really performed to a top level.
Yes, we mentioned the first goal was created in Manchester with João Cancelo pulling the ball back for Bruno Fernandes, who, like you just said, had a sublime game this evening. The other one who I thought had a very good game, and probably if he played the full 90 would have probably been a contender for man of the match, Mike. For me, anyway, would have been Cristiano Ronaldo, CR7. I thought he played well up front with Diego Jota and Bernardo Silva in the first half, and then Andre Silva in the second half before he went off and before Bernardo Silva went off. But what was your thoughts on CR79, Mike? Do you think he had a good game for us? For me, he was up there for one of the men of the match.
Yeah, certainly in that same bracket. I think Ronaldo was fantastic tonight. He got himself a goal, as I touched on before. He could have had a goal after under a minute as well to really kick things off in style for the Portuguese, and had two or three other opportunities as well. The one that really stands out was the one where Marciano was forced into that exceptional save, and Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be a real standout player at the tournament, not just for Portugal, but in terms of potential for Golden Boot or star players in the tournament. Ronaldo is a name that's certainly going to be on that list, and rightly so. He's a world-class player. He's been fantastic everywhere he's been, whether that's England, Spain, or Italy, and across the board, Ronaldo is certainly one of the Portuguese men to look out for. And yeah, I thought tonight he was exceptional as well, same as you said.
Yes, and we're going to leave it there now then, Mike. Thank you very much for your excellent coverage. Almost 2 hours on air with this match this evening. So on behalf of myself, Mike, and the commentary team at the Commentary Hub, and for the viewers over on JB Sports, you'll be able to hear myself and Mike throughout the tournament, as once again I would just like to reiterate, now the Commentary Hub and JB Sports are in partnership for the Euros coverage for audio commentaries. Tonight's match, which we brought you, which finished the scoreline, which is up on the screen, Portugal 4, Israel 0, was a warm-up match for Portugal ahead of their first match on Monday. And don't forget, if you want to follow the Commentary Hub, see what we've got coming up throughout the season as well, when the season resumes in August, then do so. It's our Commentary Live 1, and just search for the Commentary Hub on Facebook and you'll be able to find it there. If you can't find it there, just message myself or Mike or one of the team, and we'll pass you over the details for our Facebook page as well. So thank you very much for listening, and on behalf of myself, Mike, and the team here at the Commentary Hub, thank you to JB Sports for having us this evening and throughout the tournament. Goodbye, guys.
Thanks for listening, everyone.